something and aim down the sights, it'll actually aim at what you were looking at, which is freaking cool. Oh my God, look at that, headshots, bam! I told you I had some new technology coming in, and I'm excited to bring it to you. And I thought before I just jumped right into the video, I thought I'd do an unboxing. This is the box I got. I started to open it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe the guys would like to see that. I think I'll flip it over for you. It says Tobii EyeX. This is pretty cool. This is from Tobii Technologies. They are out of Sweden. Really cool. They contacted me, wanted me to talk about their product, try it out. They sent me one, and I'm really interested in it. It's eye tracking. So before going any further, I just want to give a big shout out to Tobii.com and Tobii Tech for sponsoring me and sending me this cool technology to try out. It really is a must-have for PC gamers. The only con is it's not available for console. But if you're a gamer and you want to take your game to the next level, this technology with eye tracking is amazing. If you want to get a big discount through me, click on the link in the bottom, and that'll offer a huge discount for the month of May. And then we're doing discounts going forward if you use that link in the description. So buy it, it's really cool, and I think you'll enjoy it. So let's go and unbox it here. Well, I did start to open it, and then I'm like, well, maybe you guys would like to see this. Really cool packaging. Let's get rid of that. Wow, pretty sleek, I must say. So let's slide her open here. How do we do this? Oh, okay. There we go. Slide it open. If the product's as good as the packaging, I gotta say, we're gonna be, I think we're gonna be okay. Whoa, that thing is cool looking. Wow, look at that thing. It kind of looks like a an Xbox One Kinect a little bit. Let's take it out. Woo, this thing is pretty sweet. Wow, that's some slick piece of machinery here. So that's what does all the magic here. Let me see what else is in here. Enter the experience. That's what we're about to do. USB adapter. See what else is in here. All right, now that's it for the box. We're gonna set that to the side. You've got I love Tobii eye tracking. All right, so it's giving you some instructions on what to do. Oh, that's where the USB plugs in there, obviously. And then it shows that you can just attach it right to the front of your TV, and then it clicks in. Oh, I bet it's in here. So it just sits right on the front of your laptop or your TV and plugs into your USB. Okay, so let's open this little piece up. This must be the piece that has the sticker on it. Yep. Okay, there's... Oh, that's cool. Okay, so there's two of them. You take the sticker off this, and you place it on your PC or whatever, or your laptop, and then you can have two different mounts. I'm sure you can buy more mounts, but you can have at least two different mounts out of the box, and that's what actually mounts to this. Oh, it's magnetic. I love it. I love it. Listen. Sweet. I like that. So this is what does all the work. It looks really cool. That's everything that's in the box, guys. So the Tobii EyeX has a ton of games that you can play right now, and they're always adding more. Right now, the biggest game that was added just recently was Tom Clancy's The Division, and the last one before that was Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but there's a lot of other great games that you can play on your PC with Tobii EyeX. Some of the bigger ones, The Hunter, Assassin's Creed Rogue, Arma 2 and Arma 3 are both available. DayZ is the other huge one. There's a lot of great games that you can play with this. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, I'm playing The Division, obviously. The first thing you want to do is, once you start the game, is go into settings, and you can see I actually have, you can see my eyes moving around. I'm going to show you that in a moment. It's called gaze. But you go into the third-party settings on The Division, and this will allow you to customize your Tobii EyeX experience. So you can actually see, I'm reading the text right now, or pretending to read the text. It's really cool. So you want to make sure to enable Tobii EyeX, which should be defaulted. Basically enable everything, if you would be my advice. I just went ahead and put everything on. All right, so basically when you get done with that, we're gonna exit. Now look at this. I'm actually looking around the map right now. You can see exactly where my eyes are because I have it showing it to you on the map. Look at that. I'm looking around, and it's almost like virtual reality where your eyes are moving the screen, not the mouse or controller. It's really, really cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in right now and turn off Tobii EyeX. I'm going to turn it all the way off. And now you can see it's just back to regular. And I know you can't tell this, but I'm just telling you the truth. I'm moving my eyes around and nothing's happening. The red lights on the Tobii EyeX have gone off. And now if I'm moving, I have to move my controller. So I'm going to go back and turn it back on. And see at the bottom, gaze trace. That's what I have on right now. I'm going to turn it off. Now I'm actually moving around the screen with my eyes. except you guys don't know that because I turned off the gaze trace. But for the purpose of this video and to, you know, obviously show off Tobii EyeX, I'm going to put the gaze trace back on so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And so that little halo there in the middle is exactly where my two eyes are focusing on. The biggest benefit that I found is the going to cover, where you don't have to move the controller, and then tracking or marking enemies. The Tobii EyeX, it doesn't take a long time to really get comfortable. You know, it is new and there is a learning curve to it, but almost immediately it'll feel comfortable because once you stop thinking about the EyeX working, you just forget about it, and you realize that your eyes are allowing you to do some things that it wasn't able to do before. Specifically the running to cover. So every time you see that cover moving, that's because that's where I was looking. And also the marking enemies I found to be really cool. Okay, so let's show you some more cover. Oh, let me wax this guy first. All right, so let me show you some cover to cover. All right, look, see how my gaze is showing you where I'm looking? I can go far or near just by looking at it, just with your eyes. It's just so natural. You're gonna look at your cover before you go there. Now I will tell you, the natural instinct for me right now is to use my mouse to put the reticule where I want to go to cover. But once you get the hang of it and realize you don't have to do that, it's one less step. You can go to cover just by looking at it and hitting spacebar. So you don't have to move your controller at all. So cover to cover moves with the eye tracker are awesome. And once you get kind of used to not having to move your mouse to do it, it may only save you a couple milliseconds, but you know, and I know in shooting games, that means the difference between life and death. So it's really helpful. Okay, there's three guys right here. Let me try to sneak up on them, and I'm going to show you how to mark enemies without pointing at them with your gun. You just look at them. How easy is that? You're going to look at them anyway. Just like with the gun, you need to look at them for just a second, and then it'll mark them, which allows them to be tracked or traced, whatever you want to call it. But it's the most natural thing ever. You're going to look at the enemies anyway. So instead of having to step out of cover or pop your head up and aim at them to mark, you can mark them just by looking at them, what you're doing anyway. Again, this saves you a little bit of time, but probably more importantly, it saves you from having to come out of cover and potentially getting spot or potentially getting shot at. So it's really, really helpful, and it just gives you that extra little advantage against other players as well. Okay, I want to show you the last cool feature, which is aiming down the sights, and where the eye tracker actually flicks right over to that spot that you're looking at. So I'm going to turn that off, and this is regular, like regular division. So if I look at an area, let me look way over here, and then aim down the sights, you can see it's going to aim down the sights nowhere near where I'm looking. It's just going to aim straight forward. It's kind of hard to do it down here at the bottom and show you, but if I look at something and then aim right now, I'm going to look at the tail lights. If I aim, it's not going to aim at the tail lights. So if you turn on the, if you enable this setting, enable eye tracking for aiming and cover, turn that on. Besides the cover options, when you actually look at something and aim down the sights, it'll actually aim at what you were looking at, which is freaking cool. Nothing's faster than your eyes. Your eyes are going to look at what you're going to shoot before you do it anyway. So here I'm going to look at this sign and then aim down the sight. Bam! It switches right over to it. Now I think my calibration is a little bit off. See, I'm looking at this snowflake and it's a little high. So let me aim to it and pop. See? So I think I need to calibrate it because it's aiming a little high, honestly. But it's so awesome. Like, you're going to look at whatever you're going to shoot at anyway. So if you're looking at an enemy that's charging you down and you go to aim, it aims right at him. It's one less step. All these little things are going to help make you a better player. And look at that, headshots. Bam! It's pretty cool. Okay, guys, so like I said, I need to adjust my calibration. And once you have the EyeX, you'll have a little spot down here. And what we're going to do is, I've got my microphone as far away as possible, but I think it might be kind of in the way of the Tobii EyeX. There's not much I can do about it with this current setup, but when you're new, you'll obviously create a new profile. In my case, I'm going to test my calibration. And basically, you just want to make sure the pink dots are somewhere in that circle area. You want to look at the dot in the middle, and as long as you're in the circle area, you're good. And you can tell there's a couple of spots where it's not quite perfect. So we're going to recalibrate. And these are my eyes. You want to make sure they're in the right viewing area. I'm not an expert on it yet, but I'm blinking my eyes back and forth. Eyes closed, eyes open. So let's go ahead and continue. And this is what you'll see when you first do this. You'll play the pot the dot game with your eyes. And this is how I guess it's determining where your eye position is, because it knows what dots you're looking at. and it knows where your eyes are. I don't know. It's somehow, it sounded better in my head before I went to explain it, but this is obviously how it calibrates everything. I think there's only 2 of these. All right, good. So we were calibrated successfully. So now I can look at this. Again, your eyes are never perfectly still, but as long as you can get inside that dotted circle when you're looking at it, you're good to go, is what I've read. I'm still not happy with the bottom. I don't know what is up there. I'm looking right at the dot in the middle and I'm low. So again, I still think that there's some obstructions. You can see my eyes are kind of closing down at the bottom here, but I'm not blinking right now. I'm just talking and it's kind of going in and out. So I definitely need to move my my mic. If you're a gamer and you want to take your game to the next level, this technology with eye tracking is amazing. If you want to get a big discount through me, click on the link in the bottom and that'll offer a huge discount for the month of May, and then we're doing discounts going forward if you use that link in the description. So buy it, it's really cool, and I think you'll enjoy it.